You guys, I'm full of shit, and I'm gonna tell you why. I haven't been taking my own advice. I have been closed off. I haven't been reaching out for help when I'm going through something. I haven't been utilizing all the people in my life who I could pick up the phone or go see in person, who I could reach out to at any moment and would be willing to talk through things with me, help me through things. I haven't been utilizing those people. I haven't been reaching out to any of them. I've just been choosing to suffer and go through whatever I'm going through on my own. This is a pattern for me, I realized. And let me tell you why I'm sharing this with you, because I don't want to sit here and project like I have it all figured out just because I help people, that I don't go through my own shit, right? As a matter of fact, what I recently realized about myself is that the only time I really feel truly at peace or feel truly good about myself is when I'm on a coaching call, when I'm helping someone, right? Because what that does is it takes the focus off of me and allows me to help someone else, which is rewarding at the end of the day, right? Helping people feels good. So I know that I'm having an impact on someone's life and helping them improve their life, so it makes me feel good. And also, I'm not thinking about myself because I'm in this other person's world who I'm coaching. So what's recently occurred to me, aside from the fact that I'm a hypocrite and I don't take my own advice about reaching out, like I get on here and I talk all this shit about if you're going through something and you're a former athlete, or you're going through something, don't be too don't be too proud to reach out, or don't feel like you can't talk to people about what you're going through. I talk all this shit and then I don't do it, and then I don't open up to people. It's ironic that I'm so attached to only feeling good when I'm working with people, and that's setting myself up to fail, right? That's setting myself up to be disappointed or to go through rough patches, because all it takes is a slow month of people not joining my program or not wanting to work one-on-one with me. All it takes is a slow patch where I'm not working with people for me to be like, I'm not valuable. The same reason that when I was done playing football, I felt like, who am I now? What is my value? If I'm not contributing to a team, if I'm not known as a football player, if I don't have this one skill as being an athlete that people admire and respect and give me praise for, then who am I? I realize I've carried that over with me into being a coach. And this was a blind spot for me, because, and what I mean by blind spot is, there's things we know, there's things we don't know, and there's things that we don't know that we don't know. That's what a blind spot is, right? So for me, one of my blind spots was that I was attached to my new role as a coach, and I've been attached for quite some time. I just didn't realize how serious it was, to what degree I was actually attached. You know, I'm actually glad this happened, because this is going to affect how I coach people, because part of what I do is I help former athletes lock in on what they want to do for their future, right? Like, what can you be just as excited about doing in your life as you were with sports? So if I, let's say, take a former basketball player or a former football player and help him or her start a new career, start a business, and they're like, this is my new passion, this is how I want to contribute, it's very easy for them to take that same level of attachment to that thing, even though they're doing a good thing, they're enjoying it, they're excited about it, they're working on it, they're practicing and working to develop themselves just like they did with the sport, which is all great. But I can see how easy it could be to become attached to that, and when things aren't happening right away, or when you hit a speed bump, you start to go into that same identity crisis, or start to beat yourself up the same way you did when you had a bad game, right? So to me, the equivalent of, I played DB, I played defensive black, that's hilarious. I played defensive back, safety, and corner, right? So if someone scored a touchdown on me in that moment, even though, they tell you have a short memory, in that split second, I'm like, I'm a loser, I'm a failure, I can't believe somebody scored on me, I have one job to stop them from scoring, I let them score on me, I'm a failure, I suck. And all these voices come in that you have to fight off and try to be like, okay, next play, I'm gonna get him next play, right? And the same thing applies when I have all these clients, business is growing, I'm getting invited on podcasts, I'm getting invited to speak, I'm getting invited to conferences, people are reaching out for advice, They want to collaborate with me. They want to refer a friend or a teammate to me. All this stuff is going great. And then boom, a slow month. No referrals, no podcasts, no opportunities, nothing's coming my way. And I go back to that same way that I used to think when I was playing football. I'm a failure, I'm a loser, I'm not even a good coach. Oh yeah, people wanted to work with you last month, but what about this month? You had 10 clients last month, but you only had 3 this month. You know what I mean? And then I start panicking, like, how am I gonna pay bills? How am I gonna grow my business? How are people gonna take me seriously if I don't have clients? So I didn't mean for this to turn into a confessional, but maybe this is good. I know, somebody out there needs to hear what I'm talking about right now, which is ironic because I sat down right now. I was going to talk about a totally different topic. I had something in mind that I wanted to speak about, and it just was not coming out. And I'm like, all right, instead of recording about that topic, you can save that for another day, but you need to talk about what's going on with you, Taj. Whatever your next endeavor is, whatever you choose to do with your life beyond being an athlete, yes, work on it. Yes, relentlessly grind at it. Yes, make sacrifices for it. Work on it every day. Build yourself up, educate yourself, get your skills up, but do not become attached to it, and don't think that just because it's not happening right away, or just because you hit a speed bump, that it's going to stop you, or don't think that you're a failure because of it, right? What I'm learning, what I've recently had to remind myself of, because I know it in the back of my mind, sometimes we just need the reminder, right? But what I've recently had to remind myself is to embrace it. Embrace the slow months. Embrace it when a deal falls through, a partnership I've been working on, a sponsorship or whatever. Embrace it when things aren't happening the way you want to. Embrace it as part of the resistance of trying to do something great, of trying to build something, of trying to carve out a new lane for yourself. Just embrace it. Another thing is, and I'm talking to myself just as much as I'm talking to anybody listening to this, do not, by the way, real quick, Justin, J Park, if you're listening to this, bro, because I know you listen to all my episodes, if you're listening to this, J Park, you didn't finish that project that we talked about, but it doesn't mean anything about you, bro. You said you were going to put it out on Wednesday, or on a Monday and a Wednesday. You didn't put it out. Listen, bro, it's okay. You're whole and complete exactly as you are, okay? It doesn't matter that you didn't put it out. You're hitting a roadblock right now, and that's okay. Because the time when you put it out, that's going to be the perfect time, okay? I just had to throw that in there. That's one of my clients I finished working with, and, he's being stopped by something. So we're working on getting past the roadblock so he can, do the things that he set out to do without being stopped by it. Also, guys, listen, I already talked about this at the beginning of the video, but I have so many people in my corner who are willing to help me, and I always have this mindset that I have to do it. I always inevitably fall back into this mindset of I have to do it on my own. I have to, you know what I'm saying? I have to take care of it on my own. I have to make sure that I do it, or it's not gonna get done. Or if you listen to my last podcast episode or watch my last video, it's called Let's Talk Solutions. And that has really been my mindset, which is great, but it also hinders me at times, because if I'm going through something, I'm hesitant to just pick up the phone and want to talk to somebody or vent about it without talking solutions, because I don't want to seem like, oh, I'm going through a rough patch, or I'm struggling with this, and this. Sometimes you don't, contrary to what I said in the last video, you don't always need to jump straight to solutions. Sometimes you just need to talk about it, or just be with it. If you're going through something, it's okay to just be with it, and just let that, embrace the fact that you're struggling, and just be like, okay, so I'm having a shitty day or a shitty week or a shitty month right now, and that's okay. And I don't have to try to be anything other than what I am right now. And you can just be with it and allow it to pass. And then when you're ready, then start looking for solutions, All right, you guys, I love you. I hope you're all doing well out there. If you're not doing well, reach out to somebody. If you feel like you have nobody to reach out to me. Because chances are, guys, I'm probably going through some shit too. And by me talking to you and helping you, it'll make me feel better, right? Believe me when I tell you, you guys help me just as much as I help you. When someone reaches out to me and says, hey, I love your podcast, or, thanks for all the information you put out. I was going through a rough patch. That means a lot, man. And with that being said, if you guys, because I did have a slow February, which in a sense is a good thing, because it opens up more opportunity going into March and April and into the summertime for me to work, for me to add more clients and do more one-on-one coaching. So this is kind of a good thing. So if you have anybody, guys, friends, family, former teammates, whether you played with them, in college or in the pros, or you grew up with them, send them my way. Have them get in touch with me. One thing I always am very clear about saying is that if you refer somebody to me, whether I've worked with you already or not, if you refer somebody to me, I'm not going to try to hit them with a sales pitch and try to get them enrolled into my program, right? Either I can help them, either the program can help them, or I can help them, or another coach can help them, or not. It's really simple. Half the clients that I end up working with are from referrals, meaning like I will help an athlete or a former athlete. They'll refer teammates. They'll refer people that they grew up playing sports with, family members, the whole thing. That's how it started, and that's how it's continued to grow. So yeah, that's it. Thanks again for letting me vent, man. I needed this one. This was supposed to be a day where I sat down to record a video before I get back on my calls and make a video to put something out to help somebody, and this ended up being very therapeutic for me. So appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next one. Love you.